Britt, the science twit. Britt, science rules.
Cells, the basic building block of all living things. All things are made up of either single cells that live independently or groups of cells that work together as a unit.
Except viruses.
The human body is made up of 60 to 90 trillion cells.
Wow, that's a lot of cells.
But what are cells made up of?
I don't know.
Cells are made up of organelles, or tiny organs, that serve a basic function within the cell. Let's take a look. These membrane-bound organelles have a specific purpose that help the cell to do all the things a cell can do. Just like the parts that make up you help you do all the things that you can do. There are many analogies that we can make that'll help us remember what all these organelles do. Let's start with the most important organelle first, the nucleus. The nucleus is like the brain of the cell. It tells the cell what to do. The nucleus contains DNA, deoxyribonucleic acid.
Deoxymoron what?
Deoxyribonucleic acid. The D stands for deoxyribo. It's the sugar that makes up a building block of DNA, deoxyribose. The N stands for nucleic. That tells us where the DNA is located, in the nucleus. A stands for acid. It tells us a little bit about the molecule and its pH. It's an acid. These tiny dots are ribosomes. They're like the factories of the cell. They make proteins. And this organelle here is the endoplasmic reticulum.
Aren't you fancy using big words?
Endoplasmic reticulum, or ER for short,
Just like you!
is responsible for transporting materials within the cell. It's like interoffice mail.
Thank you.
This squiggly thing here is the Golgi body, or Golgi apparatus, or just Golgi. It's responsible for transporting things outside the cell. Think of it as the post office, or FedEx.
When it positively has to be outside the cell overnight.
These bean-shaped things here are mitochondria. They provide the cell and you energy in the form of ATP. It gives you the energy to be active. Think of it as the powerhouse or generator of the cell. Okay, so all cells except bacteria have the organelles that we've just talked about. But what holds it all together? The cell membrane. It's a selectively permeable lipid bilayer that lets the good stuff in and keeps the bad stuff out. But plants have one more organelle that animal cells don't. Let's take a look. Okay, so plants have a cell wall. It's on the outside of the cell membrane. It provides structure for the plant. It's like the plant's skeleton. It's just on the outside. Well, that's all for today. What has two thumbs and loves science? This guy. I hope you do too. Thanks.